And for the first time this evening, we are hearing from the owner of a company in Irwin, Tennessee, under investigation by the state. Some of the employees were swept away in the flooding 1 week ago during Helene. Gerald O'Connor is the founder and CEO of Impact Plastics. He says his employees had enough time to escape the flooding. His employees dispute that. 10 News reporter Libby Cunningham joins us with more on what's developed in this story today. Libby?
John, we've asked Impact Plastics repeatedly for an on-camera interview. They haven't responded to that request. Here's what the owner said in a video statement released late last night. Gerald O'Connor says he's owned the Irwin-based company since the late 1980s. And in his 2-minute and 30-second video, he says he lost a good friend in the flooding. He also says his employees had time to leave the building before the flooding got bad.
Employees were told to leave the plant at least 45 minutes before the gigantic force of the flood hit the industrial park. There was time to escape.
O'Connor says these are the results of a preliminary investigation into what happened that morning. Water pooled in the parking lot at 10:35 a.m. 4 minutes later, the power went out. A minute after that, public warnings went out about the storms. Employees were told to leave the building by 10:50. 45 minutes later, senior management left the building. A vigil was held in Irwin on Thursday night for people who went missing in the floodwaters. Impact Plastics employees and people who work for the business next door disagree with the company's timeline of events. One of those men, Robert Jarvis, says the videos he and his colleagues have of that flooding show that O'Connor's statement isn't accurate in their opinion. He told me in a text today, in part, that, quote, I wish he would take some accountability for his actions because we shouldn't have been there that day at all. It hurt me to see him up there trying to make himself look like he's all innocent. Now, Tennessee's OSHA says Impact Plastics failed to send a report to authorities about employee death within the 8 hours required. O'Connor did not address those allegations in the video, but says the company is cooperating with authorities. Back to you.
We'll continue to follow with Libby Cunningham on that angle to this story.